Okay, so due to the situation at the moment in the UK, we are in Tier 4, so sadly I cannot go out to play my last game, which is a shame. So I was going to go to High Wycombe. Thankfully, they've been really good. They sent out an email saying that they will resume, hopefully, fingers crossed, on the 24th of January. So that was good to know straight away. So I'm wearing my check parka. I've got my waterproofs on here, if you can see that. Also got my Winchester. I'm 30 meters roughly downrange. I set up a target. Now I'll show you quickly. Hopefully you can see down there is a little box. That's going to be the target. Now just balance this again. Yeah, so it's going to be slightly different today, so that's why I'm doing this quick intro. And anything you see in the video, which I did yesterday, there are going to be certain parts that we're going to relate to today. Just ignore them and enjoy it for what it is. And yeah, I'm going to quickly shoot this target, and then you'll see the whole video that I originally did. So enjoy. Hello and welcome to my channel. This is episode 37. First thing as always, thank you to those of you that have subscribed to my channel. If you are new, names will go up over here. And thank you to those of you that have been following and supporting me on the forum. Recognition goes up over here. Now, I have some great news. Whilst you're watching this video today, I've actually managed to get out to a site today. And it is going to be sadly my last game of 2020, so a Christmas game. So fingers crossed everything will go great. And I've been to this site before. It is High Wycombe. If you haven't seen my last video, check it out. I'm going to be meeting up with some familiar faces and some new faces, and their names will be up here. So can't wait to see you guys. Safety first and foremost. I will be bringing hand gel, face masks, everything I can to protect myself, obviously with everything going on. So I want to cover a few things that I will be using, okay? So my BDU, my loadout, and my riffs that you'll see. When I stand up, there will be a few other adjustments, okay? But as you can see right now, there are a few things that I haven't put on for the simple reason of just can't be bothered. But I will be wearing them anyway tomorrow because it is mandatory for me personally. So you won't see me with knee pads on, my gloves, my lower face mesh, and my neck camo. You won't be seeing those at all in this video. You will see that I have my boots ready to go for tomorrow. Definitely will need these for tomorrow, depending on the weather. The weather hasn't been great in the UK so far. Waterproofs, always necessary, handy to have on the day. And the riffs. Now, these ones here that you see to the side, these are kind of like my backup riffs, okay? I have a plan to use two particular ones, but I'll get to that when I stand up. So, none of these riffs have BBs or batteries in them. Okay, so like so, even on full auto, if I hold, nothing, and there you go. So this is my SEMA RPK S. The only reason I am bringing this is to see how the spring will do, because I am trying to bring it down to AEG limits, and obviously when you saw me use this in my last video, if you haven't seen it, check it out. I had to keep it on semi only for DMR. I don't want that, so I will try a few shots in their chrono If it works, then I may use this. If not, no big loss. I'll just put it back in a safe place. Now, this one here, same thing as well. If I put it on full auto, there we go, hold, nothing, semi, nothing. Now this is a mid cap, okay, no BBs. So my E&L AKS74U, I am going to bring this with a few mid caps. Again, this is the backup option. Simple reason is, I've used this a number of times over the last few years, should I say, but I want to go for a challenge. And if you haven't seen my videos on challenges or seen my particular style, I like to mix it up and try different things, and I will mention that soon enough. So I'm going to put this back down over here. Now, these are two regular AEGs, but what I'm planning to use is a little bit different, and most people may not have this in their collection, or you may consider getting one of these, so that's why I put it in Airsoft Ideas. So, let me get dressed properly, and you will see the rest of my BDU that I plan to wear for tomorrow. And yeah, using the power of editing, here we go. Okay, so this is my full BDU that I'm planning to use. As you can see, I put a smock on over my shirt to keep me warm. I've got the Viper hood over the top of the smock. As you can see, I'm wearing it over my boonie. It is actually behind the camera, so that will help, so fingers crossed it won't get in the way. I've got my bandolier here with my tactical belt supporting it. So I just want to cover a few things. Now, if you haven't seen my last Airsoft Ideas video, it was pretty much just this with a few other attachments. I am planning to use all 5 of these pouches with my tick loaders. So I'm going to fully load them out, and I'm going to use them for my primary. I'll get onto that soon enough. So just let me close that. Now, that's my first thing from my last video, okay? The second thing is actually on my back, and you probably see it to my side here. It is my machete scabbard. Now, I mentioned this in a few videos back. I can't remember which ones precisely, but I'm going to give you a little bit more info on it. So, as you can see, these are the pictures of it from the front and the back. Now, I tried spray painting this black, and it didn't work out. I don't know why. And then I tried painting it manually. I don't know why it didn't work. And then yesterday I decided, you know what, it's been raining, it's mucky out there, just go out there, put it in the mud, and yeah, I decided to give it a bit more of a mud effect, blend it in. So as I turn around, you'll see the mud, hopefully the lighting will get it, and hopefully you can hear me. If I draw it out, easy enough, and I can feel around, right there, straight back in, good to go. I turn around, do the same thing again, and yeah, it's good every time, without having to worry about it. So yeah, if the rules will allow it, I'll use this. If not, it's a good piece of decoration anyway. So that's my second thing. Now, before I get on to my third and final thing, I want to cover my secondary riff that I'm going to use. It's not this is a tip. Okay, this is my 6-inch Python. If I put it in my zip pocket here, if I angle it, now look, I can put that in my zip pocket. Incredible, okay? So any of you that have a revolver that's 6 inches, yep, if you get the angle just right, you can pull it out as well. There you go. But no, this is going to be my secondary choice, my Glock 18C. So that will go in here, and this zip pocket, and the other zip pocket underneath the bandolier. I am planning to get a few more of these, easy enough to store in here, and then zip up like so. Now, moving on to my third, idea. Now, this actually includes my primary riff. So here it is. I am planning to use this as my primary, okay? Now, what's cool about this is you can put the tactical sling on here, the 1-point sling. So I'll show you quickly, put it on, without knocking myself out, hopefully. Put it on, there you go. I can use it with my right hand, switch over to my left. I'm not planning to use this on the day, but I might change my mind, you never know. As human beings, we do that. So I'm just going to put that down here to the side. Now, this is my KTW Winchester 1873, to be precise. I was just checking the model number here, and I was correct. So yeah, this is a spring-operated lever action. It shoots under 300 FPS. I will try and put the details in here if I can find them. And yeah, this shoots 280 FPS upwards, I believe, to 300, but I think it's 280 under, to be honest. So I'm going to be using 2.8, so I'm going to be using this to feed this. It is tube fed. If you haven't seen Burnt Wolf Airsoft channel, he does a review on this, and it's kind of one of the main reasons I bought it. These are not easy to get, by the way, but I have mentioned on the forum, on places to buy, so check it out, my review and everything. Well, it's not really a review, it's just me saying where to get it from, basically. So this is my primary that I'm going to be using, but this is the third idea right here. So the first one, my ammo, my tic-tac loaders. The second one, my machete. The third and final one is this rib. And you're probably thinking, well, how's this tonight? Well, I just put some camo tape on. Anyone can do that, really, depending on how you want to layer out. So I have a plan to use this, but I'm not going to give any spoilers, otherwise the enemy might be hearing. So it's actually this. Now, when you buy this, and again, check out the review by Burnt Wolf Airsoft, he is right. If you try tucking this into your shoulder and try to do this like so, I'm going to show you, I'm putting pressure into my shoulder. Seems easy enough, right? Well, this is very stiff. So naturally, if you try going faster, oh, look at that. It naturally will slip off and go up, which doesn't help. So, if you get one of these, or have one of these, put some of this on, okay? Double-sided stick tape and some anti-slip matting. Cheap as anything, great alternative. And I've actually tried this out for the last few days, and I've had less of an issue with it sliding up. But then it brings me on to my next part. Okay, now this is a tip, a very important tip. If you manage to get one of these and it is smooth as anything, you don't even have to put any pressure in to operate the lever action, you're a lucky person. Mine is quite stiff still, so after a while, you can see my hands will turn red. So I found out 2 ways. Again, there's a number of ways you can actually operate this, as I found out through the last few days. So this is my own personal preference. So from here, I'm going to show you from my right side perspective. Again, tucking in, thumb here, finger here, obviously you can fire. Bring the finger to where the thumb is. Now, I highly recommend this particular technique if you've got a stiff lever action, if you have time. If there are regular players out there with AEGs on semi or full automatic shooting at you and you haven't got time, don't do that. So even with my left hand, so if you've got time, fair enough. Now, this is where my genius came in. And thanks to my dad and his technical engineering and obviously resources that he has, let me use this stuff. So, thanks to my dad, now I can do this quickly without having any problems of sliding up. So, from here, from the right-hander's perspective, make sure, tuck in pinky underneath the bottom of the lever here, put the 3 fingers like so. I'm going to show you from this perspective first, like so, as you can see here. So now, again, I have to put it into my shoulder to support it. So naturally, if I do this now, I go through slowly. When I bring it back up, my finger, thumb, ready to go. Slowly again. So pretty much imagine just pretty much a gun shape, bringing it up. So from here now, if I go a little bit faster, that's going to help me a lot more, especially when I'm up against a lot of AEG players that have semi and fully automatic options, whereas this requires skill and accuracy. Now, again, with my strong side here again, same thing as well. Here we go. So, again, like anything, it takes repetition, practice, and obviously conditioning your hands, because trust me, if you've got a stiff lever action, you want to find an easier way for your hands. And again, if you buy one of these, you think after a while, oh man, these are hurting my hands, I want to get rid of this. Well, no, there's an alternative. There's always an alternative to find a way, whether it's some WD-40, changing the spring, obviously mechanical experts know better than me, but no, sometimes it's just about the technique, okay? Now, I am planning to use this for the whole day, and if I come into any problems, whether I get tired with my hands operating this thing, then yeah, I might switch to the backup AEGs that you saw, but no, I want to try and go for the whole day. That's my challenge using this. And I have a few plans and tactics to use, but I don't want the enemy to know. And yeah, that's it. So let me sit back down and I shall conclude this episode. So those were some of my airsoft ideas. I probably have a lot more up here that I haven't put down yet or even thought of yet. So again, this whole video or these episodes are based on just simply being creative and being inspired. So creativity can come from anywhere, inspiration can come from anywhere. So again, if you haven't seen Burnt Wolf's review on this, check it out. Pretty much covers everything. I was just going a little bit further in, obviously, what to watch out for. But no, other than that, this is an acquired taste, okay? So if you're a Western fan, highly recommend you get one of these. They're not easy to get. If you want a revolver, get a revolver. The main reason I got this is simply because I collect some of these because of games or films that I've seen. So this is iconic because the first game that I ever played, the cowboy game that I can remember, was called Gun. Great classic game for the PS2. If you haven't played it, play it for what it is, retro gaming, and you'll see why. I was quite sad that never got a remake or a sequel, which was kind of disappointing. And the second reason is quite simple, is the two that are out at the moment currently, the Red Dead Redemption games. If you haven't played them, play them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let me put this down and say my final part, which is like, comment, share and subscribe. Don't forget to click the little bell icon so you know when the next video is. I enjoyed making this video. I look forward to making the next video. The most important thing you can do is stay safe.